You look good.
Feel good.
That's the most important.
Yes, what defines Oakland? I would say culture. I would say the bad and the good, whatever you think that may be. I think Oakland is the heart of diversity in the Bay Area.
It's kind of a strange feeling being so physically close to like the epicenter of everything technological, but also feeling really removed from that. I've never been to Silicon Valley. I've never taken a train out there. I don't know what that is like. I had limited experience with computer science prior to joining CodeNext. So I think that just really speaks to the importance and the value of being in Oakland. I feel comfortable in this environment.
For me as a designer, it's critical to understand what is that vision that CodeNext had, the team that was starting this place. What is that experience you want kids to have?
We have brilliant students come in that teach me things that I have no idea about. So I think it's super phenomenal that students come from all different high schools, different genders, race, sexuality, abilities, come into the space after school. They get to eat, which is, I think, a number one priority. You want to meet students with just basic needs and get their energy going to learn. So we feed them, talk to them, how's it going? And they get into their spaces.
So before we designed this space, I had the staff show up and act out for me. Okay, when kids first arrive, what do you want them feeling? You want them to be giddy about what they're going to do. You want them to see friends and folks that they like. There's a certain mood to that first 10 minutes that we're going to create that I, as a designer, can create for you. But I've got to understand that. And so we would do this for every experience that CodeNext wants. The architecture was designed to teach kids. There's all these little things that we've done, design elements in the space that can teach people. When you look at the classrooms that we have, they're all different. We've got a makerspace that feels like a garage. It's meant to get down and dirty. You can spill things, you can break things, you can take things apart and make stuff. In there, the ceiling heights are super tall because people are proven to be more creative under a high ceiling. There's bins where kids can see the supplies and all the tools that they have at their disposal. It's not hidden away, meant to be this perfectly pristine, neat place. Across the hall from that is a design studio. So it has the right layout for kids to be able to work by themselves and focus on what they're designing, but then come together at a table as a group with their instructor to discuss, get feedback, and then go back to where they were, go back to their own space. There's another room which is perfectly curated and designed around learning how to code. There's a lower ceiling because people are more focused in low ceilings. There's a band of white around the center of the walls so kids can really hone in on what's being taught.
I believe that CodeNext is such a great example of what school systems should look like. And how do we create a sense of community? How do students feel comfortable to be themselves? Is it welcoming? What are the colors? What do they see? I think you walk in and you don't see this anywhere. You don't. I've never had a job or a classroom that looked like this, so it makes me excited to learn.
Underrepresented students, especially Black and Latinx and Native American students, it's important for them to get into tech because they could pave the way for the next generation, and I think that's very important.
Every Friday I would come in and from 4 to 6 work on coding in Linux terminals, which was something that was completely foreign to me.
I hope that we provide students with the skills, the exposure to new careers, new people, whether that's mentors, experts, coaches. I just want students to walk away with, one, the love for themselves and a community of people who are able to support them once they move on. And I would think we did our job just in that. And it's at Fruitville, that's hella dope.